The camera stopped rolling. The director yelled cut. And then something happened that nobody expected. The cast of the Michael biopic, grown actors who had been in this industry for decades, stood frozen. Some were trembling. Others were openly sobbing. What did they just watch that broke them completely?
Weight transfer, where his body's at during his turns, and just, a better overall understanding of the body and what his center and core is.
He started like this for the spin, but it then eventually went into this.
The Michael biopic was always going to be emotional. It tells the story of a man who became the biggest star on earth while never escaping the trauma of his childhood. But when the cast finally saw the completed film together at the Berlin premiere, something unexpected happened. Grown actors who had been in this industry for decades were reduced to tears. They weren't just watching a movie, they were reliving it. Colman Domingo, who plays the terrifying Joe Jackson, described the experience of watching the film as deeply unsettling. He had to embody the man who broke Michael Jackson's spirit while building his talent. The scenes of abuse are difficult to watch and even harder to perform. Domingo admitted that playing Joe Jackson took a toll on him, and watching the finished product brought all of that darkness back. He wasn't the only one who broke down.
As Joe Jackson in the Michael Jackson biopic, baby.
Or something, yeah.
Wow. And then, did y'all see Jaafar dressed like as Michael? What was that like when you got? Do y'all see how much he was like Michael?
You know what? It's uncanny. And let me tell you.
Nia Long, who plays Catherine Jackson, the mother who watched her son suffer in silence, said her character's strength wasn't about confrontation. She was a grounding presence, a quiet force in a chaotic household. Watching her scenes back, Long saw something she hadn't fully grasped during filming. The pain in Catherine's eyes, the helplessness, the love she couldn't express because she was too busy trying to keep the family together. That realization hit her like a wave.
Jaafar do a great job playing Michael?
I mean, that is a loaded question. First of all, I love Antoine Fuqua. He has just taken this project to a place that is magical and wonderful, and Jaafar is incredibly talented and beautiful.
But the most powerful reaction came from Jaafar Jackson himself. Michael's nephew wasn't just playing a role, he was carrying his family's legacy. He spent years training, reading Michael's personal diaries, studying every movement and mannerism. During filming, he said something came over him when he put on the wardrobe and makeup. It felt natural, almost instinctual. When he finally saw himself on screen as his uncle, the weight of what he had done crashed down on him.
We are blown away. I mean, this is your very first acting role, as Willie mentioned. And I know this kind of happened serendipitously, but you worked really hard for this part.
Yeah, it was a process that I really had to earn and really prove to the filmmakers and myself and my family that I can get to that point where I can pull it off.
The scene that broke everyone, it wasn't a performance of Billie Jean. It wasn't a stadium full of screaming fans. It was a quiet moment. Young Michael, played by Juliano Krue Valdi, is pushed to the floor by his father. He cries in a corner, broken and confused. In that moment, you see a child who will become the greatest entertainer who ever lived. But first, he has to survive his father. The cinema sat silent during that scene, and when it ended, the cast couldn't hold it together.
Nice to meet you, Mr. Bright.
Very nice to meet you too, young man.
Okay, Mr. Gold. Thank
you. But the tears didn't stop there. Juliano Krue Valdi, the young actor who played Michael as a child, was in the audience watching his own performance for the first time. He had given everything to this role. He studied Michael's early performances, learned to sing like him, even lived in Michael's childhood house to understand what his life must have been like. Seeing himself on screen, transformed into a young Michael Jackson, was overwhelming for a child who had grown up idolizing the king of pop. He sat in the theater, holding his mother's hand, tears streaming down his face.
I love Michael Jackson, and he's the greatest entertainer of all time. I like to meditate. I like to go over my lines. I just like to think.
Kat Graham, who played Diana Ross, had her scenes cut from the final film for legal reasons, but she still attended the premiere, and she still wept during the screening. She had studied Diana Ross's mannerisms, her voice, her presence, and she was devastated her performance wouldn't be seen. But watching Jaafar become Michael, watching the story unfold, she saw a story that needed to be told, even if she wasn't in it. Her tears were both for the film and for what was lost.
Inspired by the Motown ladies, specifically because their music impacted a generation and helped lead a revolution. And I don't take the music that these women made for granted or lightly.
The actors who had brought Michael's story to life couldn't escape the weight of what they had done. They had spent months inside his world. The abuse, the fame, the loneliness, the drugs. They had worn his clothes, danced his dances, spoken his words. And now, watching it all on screen, they realized something. They hadn't just made a movie about Michael Jackson. They had resurrected him for 2 hours and 20 minutes. And then, they had to let him go again.
Let's come to the moment just celebrating Michael as we all do. Can we get one? Let's do it.
I feel like my father felt when we did the victory tour. I feel like Dale Carey. I feel like James Jordan, Michael Jordan. Those fathers were very proud, but what Jaafar did tonight was unbelievable.
And then came the moment that broke everyone. Richard Wilkins, the entertainment editor who attended the Berlin premiere, described it as both thrilling and heartbreaking. The young Michael, played by Valdi, is lovely and beautiful, but you can't escape the darkness that surrounds him. The scene shows a boy who should have been playing with friends. Instead, he's being molded into a machine. Jaafar Jackson described the process of becoming Michael as natural, but also admitted that watching the film back was overwhelming. He saw his uncle, not just the icon, but the man. The boy who never grew up. The artist who built Neverland to escape the trauma of his childhood. When the credits rolled and the lights came up, the cast wasn't looking at each other. They were looking at the screen. Silent, shaken, crying.
I think Michael would feel watching this movie now.
He would cry, like I'm doing. He would do the same. Matter of fact, yeah, when I saw it, I started crying because I couldn't believe it. Because he, that I was watching my brother, but it was Jaafar.
The cast of the Michael biopic couldn't hold back their tears after watching that scene. Not because it was sad, not because it was beautifully acted, because it was true. They had spent months bringing Michael Jackson's story to life. The triumph, the tragedy, the pain he carried his entire life. And when they finally saw it all together, the reality of what they had done hit them. They had honored a legend by showing his wounds, and that was more powerful than any song or dance routine could ever be. If this story moved you, hit that subscribe button, because we're just getting started with the untold stories of Michael Jackson's legacy. Subscribe